The race to the upcoming local government elections seem to be gaining some momentum, with the DA already fielding candidates for key metros. The latest candidacy nomination announcement was made in KwaZulu-Natal, where Haniff Hoosen was chosen by the party to wrestle for the hotly contested eThekwini Municipality. Hoosen joins us now in studio to chat more about his plan to turn things around for the better in that part of the country. Haniff, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News, and thank you for coming in studio. Firstly, congratulations on that thumbs up from your party as a candidate for the eThekwini Municipality. Why do you think that you are the person for the job?
I think, firstly, I must tell you, thank you very much for the opportunity. It's lovely to be here. I've been around for a long time in Durban. I've lived there all my life. I've been involved in politics and active community work for the last 30 years. I was a councillor in that municipality. I also served in Parliament for about 15 years and served a long time on the portfolio that deals with local government. So I had in-depth experience about what goes on in local government all over the country. And especially when it comes to Durban, I have that lived experience of how things have actually deteriorated there over a period of time. And so it wasn't a difficult decision to make, because if I have an opportunity to actually make a difference, then I was the first one to put my hand up to say, let's see what we can do to actually change the direction that that city is moving in.
And I mean, the eThekwini region has seen a lot of deterioration over the past few years. And of course, talking about eThekwini, I mean, the issue around the beaches and the water has been a major problem. How do you plan to turn around the eThekwini municipality? It
really is sad what's going on there. I mean, South Africans knew all over South Africa, when it got to the festive season especially, everybody made trips down to Durban. That's disappeared because our beaches are now more full of sewer than anything else, and you don't find tourists walking around the city anymore. But I think what's more important than that is actually the massive water crisis that we have in that city. I think there are communities that go without water for weeks on end sometimes, and largely because the infrastructure has totally collapsed. About 60% of the water that the municipality purchases is actually getting wasted into the ground, which means that people are paying double for what they, for the water that they're using at the moment. And that's largely because of the poor maintenance. The municipality has failed to invest in the maintenance over a period of time. So that's the one place that I intend starting to make sure that we turn that situation around, invest the money into the infrastructure so that we can actually get that city's water system working again.
I mean, when it comes to the challenges of water, it's not just the eThekwini municipality facing challenges. I know that the likes of Johannesburg as well has seen a number of problems, and a number of municipalities broadly across the country. How will you begin to solve the crisis, like you say, that it has deteriorated and really it's an infrastructure problem facing the people of eThekwini?
It's an infrastructure problem caused by a management problem, and the high levels of corruption, the mismanagement of the money. When you have a municipality like eThekwini spending 21 million rand on parties and functions and all sorts of lavish events, those vanity projects can disappear. When you have a municipality that has 4 billion rand in irregular expenditure, they have 40 billion rand that they haven't collected. That money can be used to actually repair that infrastructure, fix it, get it working again. And once you start having water flowing through those pipes, people will start seeing the hope. More and more people will start flocking to that city, and we can make it work.
When it comes to talking to various political parties within your region, we find ourselves now in a season of coalition governments. Do you think that the Democratic Alliance is in a position to have or hold a majority in the eThekwini Metro Municipality during a time where we are seeing no outright majority win of political parties?
I think in Bali there's something amazing happening in our country at the moment. Just about 2 weeks ago we had a by-election in Durban, a ward that's very difficult for us to win. Voters abandoned their normal political party loyalty. They got behind the DA. And I think people have just simply had enough. People have had enough of incompetence. I think more and more South Africans are getting behind governments that actually can deliver, make things work. And we've done that wherever people have given us an opportunity. The Umgeni municipality, for example, in KZN, 5 years ago, we took over that municipality, completely bankrupt. 5 years later, it's the #1 performing municipality in the province. So where people have put their faith in us, we've actually turned those situations around. And that's why we're asking people in eThekwini, there's an opportunity for us to change the direction of that city. But in order for us to do that, we need every single person to get behind us.
And do you think that the people of KwaZulu-Natal in the eThekwini region will follow behind the Democratic Alliance during a time where we have the likes of the MK party, which has made a lot of inroad within KZN as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm convinced that I think the people are putting their faith behind things that work. We have a track record. Wherever people given us a chance to do it, we made it work. And I'm convinced that regardless of what political affiliations people have, they've had enough and they want things to work in that city. And wherever the DA has been in charge, we turned it around based on the examples I've given you.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very
Thanks
much
for coming in studio. That's Haniff Hoosen there. He is the mayoral candidate for the DA within the eThekwini Municipality. Of course, they're talking to us about the challenges facing that region and really centering his campaign around the issues of water and how he plans to clean up the eThekwini Municipality.